Hello, I'm Dee Shelton, the Fire and Life Safety Educator with Greensboro Fire Department. I wanted to take a moment with you to share why the 10-year rule is so. When we tell you that you need to replace your actual alarms every 10 years, some people would argue that I can press the button to test it and it beeps and it works. And while that may be so that it's beeping for you, that does not mean that it works in a smoke-filled or a fire environment. So I want to take a moment to explain that to you. Number one, it's very important to understand what type of alarms you have based on how old your home is. So if your home was built prior to 1976, you have either battery operated, such as this one, smoke alarms, or they may be electric smoke alarms. For the majority of homes built during that time, they're going to be battery. The electric is just going to have the wires coming out of the ceiling, plugged into the back somewhere, straight wired, no battery backup. If your home was built in 1976 through June 30th of 1999, then you have electric smoke alarms. Most of the time, those are going to have a little plastic clip or a plug that plugs into the back of it. They are electric, but they still will have somewhere, front or back side, where you can put a battery in it for the battery backup. Because if the power goes out, you're going to light a candle, put a fire in the fireplace to stay warm. Now we got a live flame, and we don't have protection if we didn't have that battery backup. So you still need to make sure, even with that electric alarm, you need to make sure that your batteries are replaced for those power outages. If your home was built newer from June 30th of 99 to the present day, then you do have electric smoke alarms with a battery backup, and they are interconnected. So yours are a step in the right direction for safety, because interconnected means that when one goes off, they all go off. So I'll give you a scenario so you understand that better. If you're in a home where you only have battery operated smoke alarms, and 2 in the morning, your dryer decides it wants to short out, and it's on the extreme far end of the home opposite of you. You're going to have to wait for the fire and the smoke to move close enough to you to a smoke alarm that you will hear that will wake you up, thereby taking your time. You don't have the time to get out that you would have. But with the newer interconnected alarms, when one goes off, they all go off. That means that same dryer shorts out at 2 in the morning. When that one alarm goes off, they all go off. You've got more time to get out of the house. And that's what's most important, is you getting out. So to talk about the alarm types, we've got this is a battery operated. They all have that date that we talked about. Even your electric, even your interconnected, they all have this date. This is the date that it was made. It's not like your milk. It's not the expiration date. It's when it was made. So you take this date, add 10 years to it, and that tells you when it is to expire. So for 2016, we know that this one is good until 2026. You can take the Sharpie and write that on there, the date on there, so that you can, at a quick glance, tell when it's time to replace them. If you need them replaced, you call the fire department. We can replace smoke alarms only. Ours are only battery operated. They, at this time, have the 10-year battery, so you don't have to replace batteries. But at this time, this is all we replace. If you have those interconnected alarms, here's why you don't want to go backwards on that. It all comes down to time. We talked about the interconnectivity, giving you more time to get out. If you go backwards to a battery operated only, you're going to kill that time. It's going to take for that fire and smoke to come towards you before you hear that alarm. You don't have as much time to get out. So keep your quality if you have those interconnected alarms. They now are making a battery operated interconnected smoke alarm. Right now, I know that Kidde, this name brand, is making them. I know First Alert is right on their heels if they've not already got them. That's your 2 top brands in the nation. But you can get those at Home Depot right now, because that's who carries the Kidde brand. Lowe's carries the First Alert brand. So know what you need and know where to get it. With your carbon monoxide alarms, right now, We are not replacing these. We don't have a state grant to replace these, so we cannot replace your carbon monoxide alarms. However, that being said, I can still teach you about them. So again, when you're looking on the back, there's information about your carbon monoxide alarm that you want to pay attention to. Same thing with your smoke alarm. It tells you what the beeps mean, what it means when it's gotten too old and it's beeping and you can't make it stop, even with a battery change. Could be trying to tell you, I'm too old and I'm not working anymore. So pay attention to that. Read your information. With some of these carbon monoxide alarms, you're going to find that the manufacturer date's on the top of it, not necessarily on the back. So look all over it for that date. Again, it's when it was manufactured. You're going to add to this one, for these individual units, anywhere from 5 to 10 years. Read your manufacturer's information. It will tell you how old it will last. If it's 5 years and you add to this is 2014, so in 2019, this one was no good if 5 years was my age rule. If it's 7 years, you add 7 to that, 10 years, whatever. Then again, you can write here, they give you a little sticker where you can write the date that it needs to be replaced. See, it says replaced by, and you write the new date. Again, this alerts you, and it's on that top so that when it's plugged into the wall, you're going to be able to see that at a quick glance. Pay attention to that information. It is very important. We're here if you need us. I will flash that phone number up at the end here so that you can call if you need smoke alarms. Again, this is only smoke alarms, not carbon monoxide, okay? Stay in touch with us if you need anything. That's what we're here for. Call us with questions, or even if you just need smoke alarms. Talk to you soon.